Here we go. Or I don't know, anything, whatever. We're just here to hang out. Nothing's like a holiday weekend. We got Easter coming up. We're out here on a bunch of guys want to go home and see their families. We even cut it short today. We left at 3:30. Uh, just to hey, if you're we got a lot in Oklahoma. This is smaller country than what I'm used to. Out west seems like the states are a little bit bigger. Takes longer to get home. Hey, what's up? Uh, but a lot of these guys are only 2 to 3 hours away from home. So, uh, leaving early on a Thursday weekend, it's a big deal to them. Me, it's more time to hang out in my lovely hotel room. But yeah, so like I said, we're just here for bullshit, whatever you got. If you want to add anything, feel free. Nothing too special tonight. This is a new. Normally, you have to have. You guys all know I rock the flip phone still, and you normally have to have some sort of you to link to. But now they're allowing you to do these live streams right off of your laptop. So that works for me. So let's see what we got. Right out of welding school. Well, good news, you don't need welding certificates for a welding job. Actually, my very first out of welding school, the guy said, "Well, do you have your certificate?" He just wanted to verify that I went. They didn't need quality welders. Work into any sort of code. It was a maintenance job at a beef packing plant. Gnarly, gnarly, gnarly work. I mean, you can imagine. So I said, "Yeah, here's my piece of paper. Here it is." He literally looked at it. Okay, cool. Oh, you're hired. Well, it wasn't quite that easy. They went to the shear and sheared off a like 2 pH steel, something pretty thin, and it was weirdest thing. Tacked it together, and he set a fillet weld. It was just, let me see, just like this. So their version of a 6G, I don't know. But he said he wanted a narrow bead, a steel weld, and ran MIG uphill just like that. And he said, "All right, you can run a bead. You're hired." Now, granted, that job paid 50 cents an hour, but at the time, it was the only thing available. There was nothing going on. Was I was during the recession, and people who were journeyman welding for 10 years were out of work. So I couldn't be picky. Thing that was available, and that was it. I think I did work that job, which really what I'm getting at with that is don't be picky. Take what's available. I was there for a month. No, closer to 2 or 3 months. Um, I drug up. I was all the bullshit I was having to deal with on that job, and got a better job. Went from $11.50 to 15. Was at that job months or 4 months, and then went up to $18 an hour. And this is all within 1 year. So we're not talking about a lot of time here. You can get and work through lunch if you can upgrade your skills in any way. Learn to use a brake press or learn new tools you already use. I wasn't very good with a 4.5-inch grinder when I got out of welding school. That's a skill that you have to develop. You have to mess up a lot of welds to get it running those things. So lean in here, see what we got. Pipe certs. Kind of. I'm qualified on a couple of things on this job. Today I actually got to brush up on all my TIG skills. I got to put in decent. It's just I'm so rusty. Here I'm sitting in the hotel room and within arm's reach of me, I got my torch. Just like I said, if you both hands, get comfortable with it, how it feels, how it moves. It helps. I mean, simple stuff, and it's I I'm not getting pipe welder pay on this job. No way. But come the next one, I'll be ready. I've done jobs, and I did a little bit of pipe welding. The O beams. I don't know if you guys saw that video. on the last job I was on in Craig. But that's a skill that you don't use it, you lose it. Especially the TIG. I mean, when you're carrying those 50-pound wire feeders around, easy to lose the light touch, and that's what it's a totally different world. So here we're getting all sorts of stuff rolling in here. Oh well, yeah, man. Experience. Okay, I'll start on experience, getting experience. A know nothing SOB can walk into any welding shop in America and say, "I will minimum wage." You've got to start somewhere. I don't know what skill level you're at now, but just seeing the work. I made these videos when I started making these videos. I noticed a huge void in the construction world. Uh, I mean the industrial world that I work in. There was nothing like that. There's no way to get exposed to that other than diving right in these places. So I was like, I'm gonna start making some videos. I found the video glasses, and boom, lo and behold, badass born. And just to let you know, in case you're a younger guy, there was nothing like this when I started. Nothing even close to it. So if there's no opportunity, create the opportunity. Buy the equipment. If you already know how to weld a little bit, old Jody on welding tips and tricks the other day. I love all these channels, all these welding channels. I watch them all. And he asked a guy, JD Brewer, recommend to somebody who's trying to get started. He said he recommended a welding machine, a tripod with the chain vise on it, or a rigid stand, 6-inch Metabo. And all that can be bought for under $2,000. And I agree with that. You can make so much stuff. Fabric, all kinds of stuff. You get creative, use your mind. What do people want? Bumpers, whatever. I mean, fill a void for you can be useful. And like I said, you can start at the very bottom, pushing a broom, just watching welders work, or anywhere. So, I tell people, don't be afraid to walk up to a rig welder at a gas station and say, "Hey, do you need a helper? Do you need to know somebody who does?" Odds are they probably up is word of mouth, you guys. If you don't know anybody in the welding world, you're gonna have to find somewhere to pry your way through the fence to get in. Don't be scared to go. Yeah, get there early, stay late, do the dirty work. Smile. I like your attitude. Yep, that's it. Hmm. I'm trying to read that. It's not making sense. I'm going to skip it. I think you're talking about walking the cup on paper. Um, I actually was just doing that. In fact, here, let me show you. Here, this is the exercise. So you get some paper. I just drew a couple of lines on here, and I see it, but I stack these cards up too thick. This is heavy cardstock, and you just act like that's your bevel, and you walk the cup. And that's all about developing muscle memory. And if you got a tungsten, that helps too, because if you're jamming the paper or the tungsten into the paper. So just that's a simple thing. Like I said, I'm sitting here in the hotel room and I can practice welding right here. Yeah, when you're a helper, anticipating what's next. I made a video, it's been over a year now, how to survive your first welding. And that is learning the rhythm, learning your place, know I cover all that. I encourage you, if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. I think it's one of my better ones, and I know it's full of good advice. Also, in the comments below, there's tons. So yeah, check that one out. And I definitely agree with you. Yeah, know what's coming up and know how to do what's expected of you. But more importantly, you got with just knowing what's expected and what you need to do. Your role in the grand scheme of things, the whole process. I'm glad I can inspire you. You know, that's kind of intending to just reach the younger, the welding school crowd. But really, I didn't even realize that that's really who this information caters to. And I'm happy I can help. Like I said, any questions I get on the videos, I'm more than happy to answer. So, I mean, years down the road, whatever. I mean, you'll probably be on your own, not too worried about what I got by then. But anything I can do to help you get there, you just let me know. In fact, I got somebody who wants me to chop up a hood for him. I was like, sure. I forget who that was. Still waiting on that email. Yeah, prescription. These are Wiley X's, legend frames. Uh, so the thing about it, you can see the earpieces like that one's not very bent, and that one is. They this stuff is so goofy, and I don't understand why these come to like military soldiers, you know, people who wear helmets just like I do all day. These stupid glasses, they made these straight. I melted these with a heat gun. They go right up and they hit your hard hat. You know, like pretend the hat's the hard hat frame. Right in here, that plastic band that goes around your head, and it's the most annoying thing. Um, but I gotta say, these are killer glass nails. And at this point, I won't buy anything else just because these transitions and all the bells and whistles that these can get with the lenses, they're killer. It's a killer combination. I'll never go without transitions. Um, and the diamond and coat or something. I swear to you, I was working a wrench and the thing flew off. A 3/4 or bigger wrench flew off, hit me square in the lens. Didn't even scratch it, scuff it, or anything. So they, like I said, they're tough. There's video, you can Google it, of Wiley X actually 12 gauge. You know, it's not high brass or anything. 12 gauge shotgun at maybe 15 feet, and it just speckled, not a crack, nothing. So it's, man, you only get one set of eyes. You got to take care of them. So, and I was fortunate. The company was actually paid for, like, with my insurance, and then you know I had to pay. All I had to do is basically pay for the transition part. So, you know, when you get to a deal, jump on it. I got 4 pairs of these. I was there for 2 years, and I got every free pair of glasses I could get out of the deal. So, advantage of those kind of opportunities. Um, Read that fine print in your health insurance packages when they give that out. You know, hey, oh man, I get 2 free pairs of glasses every year. You better do it. Oh yeah, plenty busy, Alex. Man, and this part of the world is jumping. Now, I'm kind of out of my normal work area. This is a little further east than I normally go. Um, I'm more of a southwest area, but man, it's quiet out there. Oh, let me see if I can get this table from shaking so much. Um, the mines are dead. Precious or all metals are down. So there's no big mining projects going on, which you know I really like those. Uh, um, lay down, lay down, lay down, lay down. Got my dog here. Um, the mines aren't going. Oil and gas is picking up, especially on the Front Range. Um, I follow a couple people online who are real into the oil and gas stuff. Uh, you guys, if you're not there yet, or but are about to be ready for an oil boom. Get if you're low on the totem pole, be ready to find oil filled equipment. That's good money. I worked for a fab shop years and years ago, 2011, making like $22 an hour. And over our heads, we were working as many hours as we could get, and it was a simple weld test, 3G, not even 3G, 4G. That test, they would find somewhere for you, for sure, just because they needed hands, and it was good, respectable work. So, oh yeah, yeah, they're ANSI, all that approved the glasses as far as, yeah, yeah. They're what are they? I can't read it without my glasses, bro. So we're right on, you guys. Appreciate you guys joining me. This was fun. First live stream here. I'm gonna plan on doing these more on when you the tank shop in Alberta. Oh yeah, definitely. And it's gonna, man. I sure would. That's actually a list. I'd love to go up and check Alberta out. Who's that fellow? Um, uh, what's his name? Zach, the pipeline fellow up in Canada, Alberta. His daddy or whoever runs a rig truck. He used to be a helper. It seems like he's a welder now, though. I'm not really sure. I watch all his videos. He made one just recently of the long ass drive down the right of way to get to the job site. It was just in the trees and just everything. That's a different world from where I'm at. I'd love to go up there and see it. So, but yeah. Anyway, like I said, you guys keep on the lookout. We're gonna have more of these live streams coming up. If you have any questions, just leave them. If I didn't get to them or whatever, there's some of these I did skip. Well, okay, yeah, I think I got most of them. If I didn't get it, then leave it in the comments. I'll be more than happy to get to it. And also, I'm going to try to talk an old fellow I work with, old pipe fitter. I'm talking 45 years experience. I'm going to try to talk him into doing an interview, maybe a toolbox tour. Just the guy has got back to me. He's been doing this so long. So much of this work comes just like second nature. The guy could do it with his eyes closed. In fact, I think he does. 90s on for these guys. It's just amazing watching him work. I mean, it's a thing of beauty. He's in a couple of these old recent videos that I put up last week or 2 weeks ago. You'd be able to spot him, the old timer with the beard. But yeah, I'm going to try to get him for kind of go over his history, his work resume, and everything. Come back and we'll do the Q&A. That way, we've got a list of questions to work with. Yeah, that'll be exciting. He's a super interesting fellow. Like I said, 45 plus years experience. And he's just now talking about retirement, maybe 5 years down the road, he says. So, but anyway, you guys have a great weekend. I got one video coming out. That's how good it turned out. So keep your eyes peeled. 5G, me, but obviously, but homeboy, that'll be up probably. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And we'll see you guys next time. Stay safe out there.